Sports.
Everybody, this is Don LaGreca from the Michael K. Show. When it comes to talking sports, Bob Walters and Brett Grasso are the authority.
Can't wait.
When it comes to talking sports, they're the authority. It's Bob Walters and Brett Grasso. It's Locked Up Sports, and it starts now.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, hey. Bring 'em out.
Here we go. Bob Walters, Brett Grasso from the Brian Gunzel Studios. This is Locked Up Sports. The Knicks win streak stopped at 9 by LeBron and the Lakers last night at the Garden. In the afternoon at MSG, UConn took care of St.Johns as they fall towards the bottom of the Big East. Rangers start the second half tonight at the Garden as they welcome in a good Colorado team, still on top of the Metropolitan, but only a 2-point lead. And we talk Super Bowl. We are 1 week away from the Super Bowl. Brett, what's up? How are you?
What's going on?
I'm good.
We were riding a nice Knicks win streak going into last night and blew that one up real quick.
Well, we would have ridden the show right into the Knicks win streak, because we did it last night, but we still haven't figured out how to do it in separate locations.
There's a show, just nobody's ever going to hear it.
No one will ever hear it. It'll be worth a lot of money when we're dead.
But, a couple local losses at the Garden last night.
Yeah, it was. Listen, the Knicks, it was a big game. Hottest, we were just talking about it. It was $678 was the cheapest ticket into the building last night. 300 level, $600, almost $700. It was a good game, but we were talking about it's not worth $700.
No, not at all. Not for a regular
season game.
Especially for the worst seat in the house. You're not talking about a decent seat. You're talking about a crap seat.
Yeah, not a good seat. Not a bad seat.
Not that there's anything that bad, but it's not the same. It's not like you could sneak in for $300. That's one thing.
That's the price I paid for Game 7 Rangers. So only 3 years ago. Wow. So it's not really, and it's a Saturday night. I get it. It's the Garden. It's LeBron. It's the Knicks. It's the Lakers. And the Knicks are playing 9 in a row. They're going for 10 in a row. But for a regular season game, I would never pay that. I couldn't pay that.
It's LeBron and the Lakers and, obviously the win streak. But, and then it's always timing and, when the game was and, the fact that it was a Saturday night game. So it all comes together. But, it was, the Knicks put up a fight up until the fourth quarter. The Lakers came to play. LeBron and Anthony Davis came off 3 days rest. The other players just came back from beating the Celtics.
You know what? They have good. Anthony Davis is a good defender. The defense they suffocated the Knicks in the fourth quarter.
His big thing has been staying healthy. Has always been staying healthy.
I think
and then it's effort.
He doesn't care effort.
Then it's effort too. And then when he's on the court, last night they decided they were going to go win that game. They decided they were going to pull full effort. They were coming off some rest. They were in. And he was just defensively. Did you see the block and the second block?
Double block, yeah.
That was just, that really showed what he's capable of. But again, it's hard to do that night after night after night where some guys could just bring it. And a guy like that, obviously I just don't think that, it's just a little too much for him. In the playoffs, you have to. You can't take a night off.
Yes, no, but it's hard. But listen, the Knicks. I think the Knicks. I don't want to say better because when Anthony Davis and LeBron play their best, they could probably beat anybody. Okay. But the Knicks. I look at the stats here, right in front of me here. Total rebounds, 51-38 Knicks. Offensive rebounds, 18-3 Knicks. Defensive rebounds, 33 and 35, right about the same. The Knicks dominated a lot of the categories. The defensive categories, not so much. 11 blocks to 4. And Anthony Davis, like you said, had a couple of the big ones. Points in the paint, the Knicks had a 10-point advantage. Everything. And it was tight it was back and forth the whole game. There were 19-20 lead changes.
The Lakers decided they weren't going to let Jalen Brunson beat them last night. And there was a lot of double teams on Brunson.
Without Randall, Knicks are shorthanded.
It was a little bit different. But that's how they get to see how people are going to try and play you. You get to see how different matchups are going to be, and you got to then have other guys step up, especially when your other stars are down. That's going to happen. And if it does happen, who's going to step? These guys are good basketball players. Typically, they just don't get the minutes. But some of these guys, like McBride, they're getting some extra minutes. Or honestly, with that or Hartenstein, like these guys have been stepping up.
I like Hartenstein.
They've been stepping up, and that now it's time to see. But not every night it's going to happen. So Brunson's not going to be able to do it every night.
He scored 36.
He did. But there's a point where they really went after him, and he
they couldn't buy a bucket in the fourth quarter. They went 7 minutes in the fourth quarter without a field goal. They were blowing layups. The Lakers weren't exactly shooting the lights out in the fourth quarter. They played well, but the Knicks, it ended up in the fourth quarter too. The numbers ended up looking all right because the Knicks got some empty basket, like some basically gimme baskets at the end, 4, 5, 6 points, and they ended up with a 19-point quarter. But still, a 19-point quarter is nothing. The Knicks have been scoring 40 points in the quarters lately. So the win streak stops at 9. They got they have another week, right? Another couple games before the All-Star break. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I think the Knicks are right there. They're in the 3 seed.
Do they make a move?
I don't think they do. I don't think they do. I mean, who are you going to move? You got Stephen A. talking about blockbusters for LeBron. LeBron's not going anywhere.
Would you want LeBron on the Knicks?
No, because you know what? When we needed LeBron a couple years ago, he wanted nothing to do with us. So
because he's got an opt-out after next year.
Yeah. Of course.
And they're asking him. $51 million or something.
And last night, of course, it's all over the news. He was asked about go playing for the Knicks. He said, I thought about it. Of course he thought about it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because that's all everybody was talking about 5 years ago.
He's old enough now where he doesn't even have to really lie. That's the one good thing is like he can kind of, you're not going to tell the truth, but you can be, vague in a way that leaves the door open all the time. No, there's nothing that's not a possibility because he went everywhere that I don't think there's anywhere that like scares him.
Now listen, you got LeBron, you got Randall, you got Brunson. Can the Knicks win a championship if they were to get? Because if they were to get LeBron, if they could win a championship, then I'd say yes, you get LeBron, right? Yeah. Is that the missing piece?
Yeah,
they could win the championship if they had LeBron on the team. I think they might be able to.
It depends on. Is that the?
Could they beat the Celtics and the Bucks?
You know what? It just depends on the role. I think the biggest thing is who's willing to accept what. Because good luck going if like something's got to give.
No, well, it's Brunson. Not that it would be not be LeBron's team, but as far as handling the ball, that's the point guard. All right, Brunson's gonna the offense goes through Brunson. It's gonna always go through Brunson.
Right, and then nextly goes through Randall.
Yeah, but no,
not
that's
anymore.
LeBron, not anymore.
No, not anymore. How does that work? No, that's the problem. Is good luck. Let's work that out in the next few weeks and win a championship. We got one chance.
Randall's got to accept that, right? But LeBron's a better player than Randall.
You say that he's got to accept that, but that's easier said than done. I hear what you're saying, but that like if you right now whatever is going on and them winning all the games that they're winning, you're right. Are they a championship team with LeBron? Yes, in the right scenario with everybody on board. 100% LeBron can bring them to a championship.
They have 11 draft picks that they could play with, the Knicks.
But
do you tell the Lakers they get younger? Get younger, Lakers. You can't win a championship with this team. Here's a bunch of draft picks.
But is that worth it for if they don't win the championship? Do you feel like you lost?
Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah. If you get LeBron, you have to win the championship. Yes, it's Aaron Rodgers. If you get to LeBron, you have to win the championship. But do you want to win it with LeBron? Do you want to have gotten LeBron to it? Just like I don't want.
And you could honestly at this point, if you move those draft picks into either moving up in the draft. Or into a big star.
That's not LeBron.
Yes, the big contract that's about to come over, whoever that is, we already know those options. Is that a better choice than LeBron? Like, because right there, you have the picks to do it. You can have any big star when someone says, this guy's on the trading block, here he's available. Nobody else can give a better deal than you right now. It's not possible. They could accept something else in some other form that involves a player. But not in terms of the number of draft picks that you have.
But they can't win without that player this year, right?
That's why I'm surprised. I'm more surprised that you're saying they're not going to make the move. They have the capital to...
I'm not saying they're not going to make any move. I'm saying for the big star, LeBron. I mean, LeBron's as big as it gets, obviously. And LeBron's still a great player. But if they make a
move, I think it's going to be on...
like a LeBron level type?
But like, how long do those deals, take to come about? Like,
I think they could come about in 5 minutes. Right? I think they can come about in 5 minutes.
They seem so complex, though, when it comes to like...
It's not when you trade draft picks. When you're doing player for player and salaries...
You know how often it turns into three-team deals in the NBA?
Well, that's what it is.
also
That's
kind
what
of
it is.
for,
You're right.
like, it's
Yeah, but
really
they do
it's
that for a
money.
living, right?
There's money reasons
Yeah.
involved. When a big player comes over,
Max
it's not easy to
contracts
get rid of two, guys on rookie contracts that were third round draft picks or second round draft
No,
picks.
I agree.
To bring in a guy on a max contract is the number balance is so far off.
Yeah,
and not that the Knicks can't cover that right now.
But there are guys who are much smarter than any of us that can do that and pretty quick. That have it all figured out, right? Because they work the 3 weeks up to the draft. They probably say this guy might be available, this guy might be available.
Yeah, you're right.
And they work out the numbers.
And I guess they're kind of prepared. But at that point, then, what's holding you back from making these deals?
Well, because sometimes the team don't want to make the deal.
I guess.
Sometimes you'd rather keep your draft picks, right? Because look what the Nets did. The Nets sent everybody and all their draft picks to get the big three, and it didn't work.
I'm a hold on to your draft picks. There better be one guy that you really have a master plan for. I don't want some wishy-washy, really quickly, like right now, decide, let's get this guy just to do it, and then maybe that causes you to not be able to get the guy in the offseason, even though I know that's if you're going to get a guy now, it better be a LeBron that's bringing you the championships. The only guy you're going to dump major draft capital for right now. Other than that, I'm more of a hold on to it. Either move up in the draft to get somebody who really makes a difference on your team right away.
You don't know who these guys are. The draft is a crapshoot.
No, it is, but sometimes I guess
you can't miss, right? Lamar.
No, I'm not saying
Odom from back in the day. Odin, right?
No.
From Ohio State, can't miss.
There's
always the next Jordan or LeBron coming out that year, and they very rarely pan out to what they're supposed to be.
And no matter what happens, they all get max contracts. Like you look at Zion, and not
Zion.
that he's turned into
Perfect
what he's
example.
doing well now, but the guy could have crapped on center court every single day.
He's still getting the money,
and he was getting the max. Like they were giving no matter what happened, like that, and he almost did. He ate McDonald's and then crapped on center court, and then they gave him the max for a couple of years, and now he's playing well. So good for them.
I'll tell you those Duke guys, whether it be the NFL,
Dookie guys,
the Duke's lost last night.
Dookie on center court.
Duke lost to Carolina. That's how it was such a big basketball day in New York.
Yeah.
With St. John's in the afternoon. Yeah. I had no idea that Carolina Duke was even on.
No, I know.
Until it was 30 seconds left.
And it's getting close,
You're a couple weeks away from.
Now is really. This is what happens: is people are like, and what shifts? And it's that there's right now football's over. We can all say whatever. The Super Bowl is separate from football.
Yeah, football has two more days, one more weekend. Football has.
And it's really it is what it is. That game is a different thing. Like the season's over. And from this is the point where people just start paying attention to college football. I'm sorry, college basketball. Even college football, we're getting there too. But and really into hockey and people who are on the fringe of watching other things are finding what else is it to tune into.
Well, yesterday was the big open for New York basketball as far as bringing in the masses. The football crowd now stopped talking about football. The Jets tried to creep in for that, couple more days with the Athletic report killing them, but that faded real fast because everybody knew everything already, right? We all knew all that stuff. And now yesterday at St. John's, they said biggest, and look what we did. Look, at St. John's, nothing. They lost by 10, 15.
They won the first half.
So did the Knicks.
They both won by first half by one.
And then the Knicks.
Listen, you give me a negative.
The St. John's is St. John's. I didn't expect them to win that game, but at least and they played okay. But now that they're losing the teams they should beat, now that they found themselves after yesterday, they're in the bottom four. The bottom four in the Big East means you have to play on the first day of the Big East tournament. You have to play 2 games extra than some teams. Some teams get a double bye, and then there's the single bye. They would have to play in the first. You're never going to win. And listen, I'm not saying they're going to win the Big East tournament. They're not. But I'd like to see them play Friday night in the semifinals. But Pitino never does well, and I think they'll make the tournament. But you know what they're going to do? They're going to be in the tournament. They're going to be playing 11:30 in the last session out in San Jose, or they're going to be playing in Dayton in the first 4, which is not even in the tournament. I still will never consider the first 4 the tournament. If you're not on the bracket, if your team's not on the bracket,
that's what you need. That's how they're getting their win. That's the win.
But that's not a see. I don't count that as a win.
You get the win.
They lost in that game.
Hang the banner.
The Lakers hang banners. The Lakers
last 4 winner.
First 4 champion.
First 4 champion.
Do you have a separate bracket for that?
Yeah.
You know what I got to get soon? I got to get the trophy.
Ceremony.
I got to get the trophy soon. With the guy on the couch that Drew had. Drew has our trophy. He won the first. He won everything the first 2 years of this show. You remember he won everything. Drew was all over this show. And I wonder if he was at the game yesterday.
No, he's got the baby.
Yeah, but then baby. Yeah, and if you come here, you can't bet on it.
Oh, that is rough. You got to make sure you get your bets in. People don't realize that. You got to make sure when you cross over, like college sports, you can't bet on New York on a game
played in New York.
In New York, and even worse, they don't give us. And we learned this the hard way with our buddy Frank in Connecticut. They don't give us the player props. Like, you don't get a college player prop in New York.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, I'm finding out. All of a sudden, he's like, guys, ultimate lock. Yeah. No matter what, put everything on it. I
still owes me $40.
We're searching. I'm like, they don't have it. We don't have it. Like, and he would have actually laid it for us if we wanted him to. Bob tried.
We kind of wanted him to.
But Bob, it was funny because you know why? So you were like, I
was like, put 50
on it. And I laughed. I go, there's no way I'm asking Frank to put 50 on it when I know he's got 5 G's on the game. And I was like, he's going to be like throwing an extra 50.
But you can't bet player props for college, for games that are played inside New York State.
They don't trust us. They don't trust us.
No, they don't trust the players. That's what they don't trust the college kids.
They don't trust us to not approach the players.
Yeah, but we don't have money to approach the players. I'm not $50. I'm like,
guaranteed money you got.
I was saying,
guaranteed money, Bob. Whatever you give them, you're getting quadruple. Guaranteed.
The feds are going to start asking us questions.
Guaranteed.
So now tonight at the Garden, the New York Rangers, they start their second half.
Before we get there,
we got something else to do.
We just quickly, we lost the sports icon this week.
Who'd we lose?
Apollo Creed.
Oh, you mean what's his face?
Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers.
Apollo Creed.
You didn't tell me you wanted to say a couple words.
I didn't.
Carl Weathers.
You know what? It just added. You know what? All I'm thinking now is
he Apollo Creed or is he?
No, he's Apollo. Creed.
No. I'm saying what is he more? The guy from Happy Gilmore, or is he Apollo Creed?
No, he's. There's another person. Someone else posted it as he's the guy. He's from Predator, too. So, and that's where his first known for.
You know, he played in the NFL. He played one season in the NFL.
Really?
He played for the Raiders. One season.
I didn't know you had. No. It's funny. You're like, oh, Brad, I didn't know we were going to talk about Carl Weathers today.
I just got this stuff stored in the back.
I didn't even know. Hold on one second. Did you know Carl Weathers?
Listen. I got Carl Weathers. One season. Played for the Raiders. Yeah. Did get into a couple games. I believe he played in 6 games. No stats. He's got no stats. No. He didn't do anything. He was on the field, played in I think 6 games or something like that.
But that means
no stats.
That means he didn't cause any penalties, which is that's nothing. Solid.
He didn't do anything.
Nothing wrong.
He was the 11th.
You don't want to be seen. You don't want to be seen.
They could have been 8 kneel downs for all we know, right? He might have had a couple pick sixes in him. I think he was a defensive. I think he was a lineman.
See, as a lineman, like with his acting abilities, like he probably could have got away with more and drawn some extra penalties.
It was 2 seasons. Parts of 2 seasons. Halfway through the second season, he retired to go to acting school, to go to college to get an acting degree, which is weird because he doesn't seem like he's not like a traditional actor, right?
You'd be more surprised than you would than like of all those people that you think are just like, oh, he just showed up on set. Like, no, they were like trained.
Yeah, he was trained.
Like NYU or like whatever. Like, it's a very it's more.
But when you think traditional actor, like they could sing, can he sing? Did he sing in Happy Gilmore?
He was
playing the piano, right? When he was in heaven?
He probably was with one wooden hand.
With the grandma.
Yeah. Oh, he had both hands when he was in heaven.
Yeah, he was in heaven. So he's like, hey, Happy, got my hand back. I like him. Was he bad now?
No,
we
grew up in like a rock. Like all we did was watch Rocky. So it was just like that. That just ingrained.
No, because we had a friend, Steve Nanny, who loved to play the Rocky song.
Oh yeah,
and Gunzel too, right? Gunzel,
yeah.
So I think he's more Happy Gilmore for our generation. I think before us, Rocky's the 70s, right?
No, well, it is. It did start in 78. I think it won Best Picture. I want to say 78.
It did won Best Picture.
Yeah,
like the original Academy Award.
Academy Award.
And he was like broke when he wrote it, right? Stallone.
Yeah, and they offered it, but they didn't want him to play it.
And he made it himself.
And when he said no, and they offered him a good amount, and he was like, "No, I won't do it. I'll do it myself." And he took almost nothing for it to play himself.
Okay, and it went back. That doesn't like.
And he said when he met Carl Weathers, it was like that was the moment he knew
wanted
it was
to punch
all
him right in the face.
Nobody knew it was all going to work out. He knew it was like you got to have the guy. You can't just be you. You got to have the who's like he made it happen. Like that was a good that rivalry was like enough to win the Academy Award.
Yeah, but can you put that up against some of the the Green Mile
against
or
Happy Gilmore?
List?
You put it up against Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, I'm just saying, is he more iconic?
No,
is he more known for that? I think he's more known for Happy Gilmore.
At the time,
I don't know. I'm not gonna say Happy Gilmore's a better movie than Rocky.
It just
I
hear you. If you watch the original, was more cinematic. You have to realize the original was more of a story.
But it's Stallone, cinematic guy. He's Rambo. He plays
not that. Like,
Stallone's a terrible actor.
Actually, as a kid, the one wasn't my favorite. I didn't like watching one as a kid because it wasn't the boxing, crazy, exciting one. It was all story. Like one's all like
there's a fight at the end, and that's it.
No, it's him and Adrian, and it's there's so much. And then it's the rich guy on the other end, but it's more story. The boxing was at the end. It wasn't. It was all high. But I'm telling you, that was like a cinematic thing, whereas the rest of them are like, more towards the, let's be a little ridiculous.
She hightailed it out of that movie real quick, right? She was dead in the second one.
No, Talia Shire.
Right, she's dead in one of them, right?
No,
she died
it was
later.
In between no, she made it through to like.
They got out of hand with the Rocky.
because she's in 4 with the Russian, and she's pissed. And
there's too many of them. How many of them? They're still making Rockies, right? They're making the one with Michael B. Jordan.
Well, they tailed off. The bad ones were the 5s, and then whatever came after.
Michael B. Jordan, right? Is Apollo's kid.
But the Creeds are, and I don't really watch them because I think I'm a Rocky purist.
Shut up.
But
those are Rockies.
I'm being serious.
Right?
Like it doesn't. But no, what I've heard is that they're really good. Like
I heard they're good too. I heard they're good too.
Like so good for them, and for making.
I haven't seen them, but I heard they're good. I mean, I imagine that he has to put the B in there because he's Michael Jordan. You can't be Michael Jordan.
You want to be known as just you.
So anyway, before I was rudely interrupted about the Carl Weathers and Rocky the sidebar, Rangers tonight.
Got your hands now.
Starting their second half of the season, they blew out. They killed it in the first half. The first 25, 30 games, the Rangers were unstoppable. They had 6 losses. That was it. They had an 8-point lead in the division. It's now shrunk to 2 points. They got Avalanche coming in tonight. Start the second half. The goalie Shesterkin is not playing
rough.
well.
Do you not see that? We kind of talked about this
rough,
at the beginning. You don't want to be that good early,
and you know what? You
don't want to be that good early.
They haven't been good. The last 15 games, they haven't been.
You want to be good. You don't want to be
that's the best part of your season.
Yeah.
And that's what they had. And now
can you get that back? Is it common in hockey to have a second go, or is it?
Well, listen, it's all you get in hockey.
You have the tool. You have the tools to do it.
Well, here's what happened. The Rangers they were excellent on the power play. They were excellent on the penalty kill. We knew that Ranger fans knew that they had a problem 5-on-5, even strength. They're not as fast. You have guys having career years like Kreider and Panarin are having great years, and that's what you need. But Panarin's getting older, right? Kreider's already older. How long can they make it through until June playing this good? You got Zibanejad, whose jersey.
You got to sit him out.
T-shirt I'm wearing.
Sit him out. Sit him out a couple.
Yeah, it's not the NBA. Hockey players don't sit out.
Couple, non-personal issues.
But you got Carolina, who really started off slow, and I said the whole time I was like, Carolina's going to be there. Don't worry, Carolina's going to be there. Now they're 2 points behind. The Islanders are struggling. They're kind of falling out of it a little bit. They hired Patrick Waugh as their head coach.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a good hire, right?
No, just a good, just in general, if we don't have any good players, let's at least,
then it was the first game, and it was back in Montreal.
No, and he won.
He won. Yeah,
no, that's the only thing I saw of it. And I was like, wow. I was like, they did it.
Have you been to the new Islanders arena?
I haven't.
Oh, it's good. It's nice. It's nice. It's nice. It's nicer than the Coliseum. But the Coliseum's like their Shea Stadium. We miss Shea Stadium, right? I love Citi Field, but I miss Shea Stadium. But when we were there, we were like, this place is a nightmare. It's terrible.
No, you're exactly right. But it was our nightmare.
Yeah, of course.
And they feel the same way.
But they
were all for just update it. And they can. Half the time it's not even about the rink's going to be the rink. The seats are going to be the seats. And I understand. No, but you can right. You can renovate out where it's now at least a whole setup where it's it's always about concourses and bars
and clubs
and there's plenty of room to expand out there. I know it's just parking lot.
It's about luxury suites.
It is, but you could have done stuff. So they feel more like you could have done that. They sold out so they could build into a large casino area.
The Coliseum's still there,
and could butt it up next to a college and think that was a smart idea by the state.
What casino is it by?
They're about to turn the entire thing is now going to be a casino.
Belmont?
No, I'm talking about their old. I'm talking about the Coliseum.
Oh, because Coliseum's still there. They still have concerts.
No, but it's about to be totally done into a full casino
and that's
complex.
Gonna be the arena for the casino.
They're gonna have like a connection right to Hofstra, so the kids can come over.
But how it's gonna be a lotto casino?
The whole place is gonna get torn up.
But it's gonna be like a lotto. It's not a real because it's not Indian land.
No. It's
not table games.
It's like Jake's.
Jake's is a lotto casino.
But they're all about to go to the next step. This is all about to be legal. Like,
what's taking them so long to get table games? Like, what's the difference if I have a television screen, a deal on my cards, or if it's a real live person?
Because they make less money off the live. I know it sounds stupid because they can know an exact number you're making off a computer.
Yeah,
they can just a computer. I know.
The other casinos going on there because they're not making money.
Everything like that goes in phases. You even look at Florida, even though they have stuff, barely had table games at a certain point up until like whenever. Even now, it's like they just finally have everything where you can they don't have online stuff. Like you can't online bet in Florida.
Can you online bet
until now for the first time?
Like now in New York, can I go on the Harris website and online bet? Atlantic City Harris?
No. You have to be in New Jersey, same concept.
So I can't do any kind of online gambling like casino. Not that I would want to ever, but they do online casino games in New York State?
No. You're not allowed to do any of that specific to New Jersey. Their New Jersey gaming stuff has to do with the table games and all the other stuff.
I can't go on Jake. They don't have a website.
They don't have no. There's no online anything like that.
Does FanDuel have an online casino? Because I remember when the bookies. Remember when the bookies got
they're
apps?
connected to New York Racing.
Okay.
They're connected to like those things, and they will be. It's just phased in and out, and it's the same. It's just garbage.
Because like the 5 years before it became legal here, the bookies had apps. Remember?
Yes.
And there was always a casino in there.
Yeah, and they just keep track. We know that still works the same exact way. Like that still works. That's just sending money to Venmo to the guy.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying it doesn't work, but that definitely works. But nobody uses them anymore unless you need to borrow money.
No, but people do have access to those things. So they're offshore ones, and they do it with poker. I don't do it, but like I didn't even realize it was still going on. There's like the offshore ones, but you have to deposit money into a random account and send it there. Now you have to trust that they're going to send you the money back. And let me tell you, they wouldn't
it gets out pretty quick if they don't send the money.
In business if they weren't sending you the money back. Most people lose, so they don't even care.
That's the thing.
But it's not. A lot of it's poker, so it's actually money just shifting from one guy to another in a lot of instances, and they just take a fee.
They take a cut.
So it's not the same because you're like, here's $1 million here and $1 million there, and they made $1 grand. But they don't care. The casino games, they make all of it.
Yeah, and there's no regulation. That's why I would never play the bookies casino games and the thing because there's no regulation. He can rig it so you lose every time.
Yeah, the state, I'll give you this: the state isn't messing around.
The state takes a bigger cut too than they should.
But they know they're not going to rig it in that way. They're going to tell you straight up how they're screwing you. But they're going to be, we're just taking this much, and that's how we're screwing you.
FanDuel,
it's not because we're doing it illegally.
FanDuel pays and DraftKings, they pay New York State 60% of their income tax,
and it's still they don't.
And they still make billions
of the profits. And that's the best part because
they're not in the red at all.
No, I know, but imagine they were taking the losses and they still had to send the revenue percentage. You know what I mean? Like if you just
they still make billions.
But no, they knew right there that it's just crazy how much money that's coming in from that stuff. But you know what's funny is it doesn't. I don't know we're getting off like topic of stuff now, but it is that the casinos Vegas is empty. You go to Vegas right now, empty. People are not flying to Vegas to go sit in this monstrous brand new Fontainebleau casino to go. You think I know tables? You go to Atlantic City on a Friday night, it would be packed. It's not like that anymore. It's it's empty. There's nobody there. Now it's like where you can go at any time and it's not like crazy. It used to be like this big event and people would be there.
You don't go to Vegas for the table to gamble, right?
No,
because I can gamble anywhere.
But it still was always. You'd walk through you'd hear it ringing and everybody be in there and the slots would have people in them. No, it doesn't really exist anymore. People aren't even like. So the places that are going to have people in it are like us at Jake 50. You put it in a New York City area, and you put only a few of them. If you have too many, if they go build a bunch of these, it's not going to have the luster, and they're all going to be these big monstrous things with nobody in them. It's the next, people just don't go to this shit. So
all right. Let's reel this back in. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. We're going to talk Super Bowl. We'll be back right after this.
Hey, this is Sarah Walters, wife of Locked Up Sports host Bob Walters. I love a good cocktail, but I'm certainly no mixologist. And these days, who has the time to go out and get the latest fancy craft cocktails? Luckily, there's a delicious solution that even I can make. It's called Camp Craft Cocktails. All I have to do is add my favorite spirit, put it in the refrigerator, and 3 days later, I have the perfectly infused, flavorful, refreshing cocktail. Campcraft cocktails have many varieties and go great with any type of spirit. These cocktails are perfect to serve at parties and make a great gift as well. To get your choice of Campcraft cocktails delivered right to your door, head on over to our partner Vouch at vouch.store/lockedupsports and pick up some of the individual jars or one of the many bundles available. Campcraft cocktails are just one of the many great items available at the Locked Up Sports Vouch store, where everything is vouched for by the Locked Up Sports team. I wouldn't trust my husband's pick for the big game, but when it comes to cocktails, he knows what he's talking about. The Vouch website is vouch.store/lockedupsports, or you can click the link to the Vouch store on the show's website, lockedupsports.net. Cheers.
This is Bob Nightingale from USA Today. You're listening to Locked Up Sports.
Yo, welcome back, Brett. We are now, as we got a little off topic there with the casinos and the gambling and the Rocky.
Yeah,
and
it's all
you
relative.
started it. It was your fault. You started
It's all relative.
So now let's get to the Super Bowl, Brett. We're 7 days away from the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl report is brought to you by Split Rock Coffee. Split Rock Coffee, made by veterans, coffee with a purpose. You can find it at the Vouch store, vouch.store/lockedupsports, vouch.store/lockedupsports. Brett, Super Bowl, where the teams are arriving tonight. We're at Super Bowl week now. They're in Vegas, like we were just talking about. There's obviously room at the tables. Are you worried that somebody could get in trouble in there? Kelsey, maybe. Is Kelsey a trouble type?
You know,
Or is he too focused? He's too old now.
No, they're none of those guys are gonna have issues. I don't see it now. One guy, Kadarius Toney,
but he's already in trouble. They want a lot of him.
Now he's down to he's been upgraded to no longer having a physical issue.
Did you see the thing he put
He's
online?
just personal issues at this point. Doubtful for personal issues, but no longer a physical
He
ailment.
was crazy. He's like, I ain't hurt. I ain't effing hurt. This is BS.
Right. Personal. It's getting personal. Let me tell you. So, yeah, of all people, that's probably going to go hangover style, found in the trunk sometime and pop out around halftime. Typically it would be like Antonio Brown.
Yeah, yep.
It would be like, I could see, there's some good options.
I can't believe Gronk never got in trouble.
See, Gronk's one. I could see Gronk doing it. I mean,
Gronk's still doing stupid stuff with this $1 billion kick.
And if he didn't buy such a nice video camera system, probably Aaron Hernandez.
Yep. Stop. Aaron Hernandez got himself into trouble. But so now I'm all in on the Chiefs, right? I'm all in on the Chiefs. I'm done betting against the Chiefs. I've done it too many times. Counted them out. We got Andy Reid. I think it's going to be Andy Reid's last game, win or lose. I'm now convinced. I think Andy Reid's out after this, retires. Does he need to win to be? Where does he rank in history? Does he need to win to get up there with the Tom Landry and the Belichicks and the people and the Tom Coughlin? I think he relates good. Like he's kind of like on Joe Gibbs type of level.
I think you're right, but I think this puts him. If he wins this one, it does put him into that next elite status. Like right now, he's got it's one thing when you catch at the perfect prime time of Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey, obviously winning, his other title back in Philly. But to win it now in a season where you didn't have everything go right, to win it now where you actually had to coach your way, not that he didn't in the last ones, but even more so coach just above average team, not the number one elite all the way expected to do it and win a Super Bowl as an underdog in every single playoff game.
Is it still? Are they still 2.5?
They are still. Yeah, I believe it's still 2.5.
Listen, I'll give you the points.
Always, and yes, I truly believe that puts him into that next level.
Now a lot of people they'll judge a coach on like their coaching tree, right? We asked him. Remember when we had Westhoff on here? I asked him about the Belichick coaching tree and whatnot. Here's Andy Reid. Andy Reid has 11 former assistants of his have become NFL head coaches. Okay, now here they are right here. Okay. Brad Childress, Vikings. John Harbaugh, Ravens. Steve Spagnuolo, Leslie Frazier. Spagnuolo was the Rams, but now he's playing. He's back with Reid in Kansas City. He's the defensive coordinator. Leslie Frazier, Ron Rivera, Okay, Pat Shurmur with the Browns. He was also a Giants coach. Not a head coach, but he was a Giants coach. Todd Bowles, Jets and the Bucks. Doug Peterson, Sean McDermott, Matt Nagy, and David Culley, the Houston Texans. That's not great, right? Nobody great there. John Harbaugh. Spagnuolo has been all over the place. What were you going to say about Ron Rivera?
Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles was no good with the Jets.
Todd Bowles this year was up there with would have been coach of the year if it wasn't for, C.J. Stroud giving it over to D'Amico Ryans.
I mean, Matt Nagy with the Bears was a disaster. Sean McDermott is okay.
The Bears, that would be like being like, he was the Jets coach and you didn't do well for Todd Bowles. Like, that doesn't count. Those things don't count.
How did Todd Bowles, I didn't realize Todd Bowles made it 3 years with the Jets. How did he make it 3 years with the Jets? I feel like he was awful. Right?
Yeah, if you're awful and liked, like nobody's expecting you to win.
And he got another chance. He got another job in Tampa. A lot of times you're bad like that.
He's a good coach.
He's quiet,
He won
right?
the Super Bowl with Tampa as the coordinator.
Okay, fair. But Brady, and he got the job right from that. Right off of the Super Bowl, he got the job.
And then brought Baker Mayfield to the brink of, making it to the championship game.
Yeah. No.
Give me a break.
The way you just put it is how he would put it on his resume. That's like a sanitation and
coaching tree.
He lost in a divisional round. He didn't on the brink of the championship Sunday.
Solid.
That is not. He brought in the division. He won one playoff game, right? He didn't make a run. You got to win two to make a run. It's not even a playoff run if you're not playing in the championship game.
Forget it. There's no way anybody who brings Baker Mayfield to anything that's guaranteed. The only place is like the Waffle House, not the NFC Championship.
Baker Mayfield was good. Baker Mayfield wasn't bad for Cleveland either. He wasn't.
No, I'm not saying he's bad, but that team was coached well. He's a good coach. He's going to be seen at in a few years. I'm telling you, you're going to look back, and Todd Bowles is going to be like a solid coach off the tree. But is that what determines it? Is that how you decide it?
No,
I don't
it's
care.
One factor.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be with a spawn of our lives are determined by what our children do. Here you go. No, that's all. Not even close. So you're gonna do all crappy things and just hope someone else did well.
Now, any interest at all in Eli versus Peyton flag football Pro Bowl today? No, right?
I actually it popped
Did you see the
up
skills?
And I turned it over and it was a snapping skills.
Yes, I've seen the snapping skills.
And they tried to hype it up on Instagram like it was cool, and I'm watching going, cool, the cool thing's coming. They were like, he was on fire. This is what it said on Instagram.
They got to put it to hit the targets, right?
Yeah, but they go, it's just a hole, and you got to go through the hole.
Okay.
And he's like, and he's on fire. He's going through just the one hole, which is like this.
Okay.
So it's a 1. He only shot at the 1. There's other ones. I'm like, dude, he's going to shoot at the 10. He's going to shoot at the 5.
I heard he likes to go in the 2-hole.
He wasn't even making it. And I'm watching going, someone put this on there. It wasn't a joke. It wasn't satirical.
They didn't even go in. I mean, listen.
I can't do it. It's a joke.
I'm with you. I have no interest. Zero interest.
I want to see a punter's career ended.
I have zero interest. No, I don't. You want football games? You want the Pro Bowl?
That's not what you want? You don't want to see someone murdered out there like they used to do?
Yeah, did they? You know what I saw?
Did you ever see that one? Did you ever see?
Yeah. You know what?
It was.
You know what I saw today? The other day, I saw John Boy on John Boy Media. Okay. He did a breakdown. He watched an old. He's like, I put on a game in the 1969 World Series. It was with the Mets Orioles, just to see what was different. He's like, I don't want to analyze the game, just see what was different.
Yeah.
In like the third inning, the guy. He took out the second baseman on a breakup a double play where he just didn't even slide.
Yep.
He went like lowered his shoulder and went in.
They don't care.
And there wasn't anything said about it. The guy didn't get pissed. The field didn't get pissed. Stuff used to be a lot more dangerous.
Whose career did Pete Rose end at home plate?
I forget it. But in an All-Star game, ran him over.
All-Star game.
Ran him over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but yeah, I know exactly. He ended his career. But now, I don't know. I'm with you. I have no interest in the in the game tag.
And they just need to give up on it. No, but they're still trying to attach it to something.
It's on ABC. It's going to be on ABC.
They're idiots. What they need to do is do it ESPYs award style. Just make it this is the award ceremony after Pro Bowl awards. You have, I don't watch the awards either, though. Do you watch the awards? Yeah, but they're trying to make it more entertainment. It's like, this is a joke what they've done. Like,
skills.
It's like the children's punt pass.
But everybody else has a skill. Everybody else has a skills competition. Why can't the NFL?
And then there's going to be, forget it. Then you're going to have do you really want to see Sauce Gardner's career end in a dodgeball game? Like, do you just want to see him a year setback with a torn ACL in a dodgeball game?
Connor McDavid could tear his ACL skating around the rink.
They're the same guys. They don't take days off. That's a like, I'll give you, if you're gonna leave it how it is, like original. Like, this other stuff is just like it's not even fun to watch. So
it's better. The flag football. I'm with you. Don't care. It's better than the Pro Bowl was. Because I feel like they play harder.
It's better than the last 10 years of Pro Bowls. And maybe
still unwatchable, though. Still unwatchable, still unnecessary.
No, all of it.
So, okay,
But Super Bowl wise. But Super Bowl.
Listen,
let me tell you.
They used to have it after the Super Bowl. Remember they played the Pro Bowl the week? Nobody. I can't believe anybody watched it. They went to Hawaii, they played golf, and then they suited up and played a football game. Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. Yeah. But so that's it. So we got week, Super Bowl week ahead. Any interest in like media day? Do you watch that stuff? Are you interested in Super Bowl week at all? If your team's done it? Your team's never been.
It doesn't. You're going to see it anyway. So now it's nice because you don't have to go. Like, I'm not going to go watch the media day stuff, but you're going to get the cool highlights, something, and it's going to be popped right onto your feed through whatever.
Can we get somebody on this show from the Super Bowl media day? Where they do, how they're all, not the players playing,
I got you.
but they're all pushing products at Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Can I get some? Do you think I'm gonna try and get somebody on?
I'm sure you could.
They have all types of random people, right?
Yeah,
like weird people, actors, and I'm gonna get somebody on next week.
Yeah, let's get someone weird.
Let's get
weird.
Let's get weird. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Brett Favre. So anyway, that does it for us. I got a train to catch, Brett. I'm only allowed out of the house until 5 o'clock. They come and check on me, and I get in big trouble if I'm not at home. So I got to go all the way back into the city. We screwed this up last night. I had to come out here today and do it. We did it. Anything else to go? Rangers tonight? Knicks? Let's get back on the train, Knicks. Get a win before the All-Star break here next week.
Let's shift our focus around here and start preparing basketball.
Super Bowl boxes. Inbox me on Facebook. $10, Venmo, Cash App, whatever it is. If you want to send 20, that'd be I could use a couple bucks as always. But $10. Inbox me on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere you see us. TikTok, we have them all. They're all up on the screen right now here for you. So that does it for us. For Brett Grasso, I'm Bob Walters. Enjoy the week, everybody. See ya. That was a different